Hello gang and welcome to Entrenched. This is a fun World War I game where you can do many things. You can dig trenches, build buildings, and most important, shoot people. The reason I find this game to be particularly fun is the ability to modify the battlefield as I please. The game currently offers 9 different classes to play as, and you can play as a bunch of different countries from historically accurate battles. The game currently offers 3 different game modes. The first is Frontlines, where each team takes turns attacking and defending, a total of 6 different capture points. The next game mode is Conquest, which is very similar to Frontlines, except that one team is always attacking and one team is always defending. The last game mode is Domination. In Domination, you hold capture points, and holding a capture point will earn your team points, and holding a roughly 1800 points will win the game. But wait, you exclaim, what do the different classes do? Don't worry, I'll tell you. First is Rifleman. The Rifleman has a bolt-action gun that 1 shots to the head and 2 shots to the body for any class. They are also the only class in the game that has an attached melee to the gun. Secondly, they have a frag grenade good for killing people. And they also have a shovel for digging things. The Rifleman is good for both attack and defense with 100 health and good sprint speed. Next is Skirmisher. The Skirmisher's primary is another bolt action, except for this one lacks a bayonet and does slightly less damage, meaning that higher health classes do not get 1 shot in the head and do not get 2 shots in the body. However, the Skirmisher's gun has a slightly faster cycling rate. The Skirmisher's second tool is the Smoke Bomb. The Skirmisher has a standard melee, meaning that the Skirmisher cannot dig trenches with it. The Skirmisher's faster than average movement speed, the Smoke Bomb, and the lack of ability to dig trenches means that it's a very offensive-oriented class. Its toolset gives it the ability to charge enemy positions that would otherwise be impossible from other classes. And now for Medic. The Medic's primary is a semi-automatic rifle that's slightly less accurate and does slightly less damage, usually able to 2-shot head and 3 or 4-shot body. The Medic's second slot is a standard melee, meaning that Medic is unable to entrench itself. And of course, Medic's third tool is the Bandage, which can heal almost any ally to full health. I would say it recharges to 100% roughly every 15 seconds, meaning they can do a lot of healing. Medic is really useful for keeping its allies in the fight. I would definitely recommend it and definitely stay next to your team. Next is Support. Support is the only class with 2 different weapon slots. The Support class is an LMG as a primary, which has good ammunition, good accuracy, and decent time to kill. Support's second tool is the Spade, which is a shovel that allows them to dig like all the other units. The Support class is good at supporting their team. They are good at suppressing enemies, they're good at close quarters, and they can also help their team by digging trenches. And now for Assault. The Assault class has an SMG as a primary, which has slightly better defense than the Support class, but usually lacks in accuracy. Assault has a frag grenade as a secondary. The Assault class's third slot is the standard melee. While the Assault class does lack a spade, I would say that given its toolkit, it is both effective at attack and defense. And my favorite, Engineer. The Engineer has the worst primary in the game. The primary is just a pistol, which is usually a secondary for other classes. The Engineer's second slot is the Spade, which allows him to dig, and is especially useful because of his third tool. The Engineer's third tool is the Hammer, which allows him to build and repair certain buildings. The Engineer can build a heavy machine gun, the shielded heavy machine gun, the ladder, the corrugate roof, duck boards, barbed wire, small sandbags, tall sandbags, And lastly, wait a second. And lastly, the lantern. Also, if you swing the hammer, it can one-shot enemies and destroy buildings faster. The reason the engineer is my favorite class is that the engineer has the ability to modify the map in ways that other classes can't. For instance, right now I'm using corrugated roofs to block enemies from ascending this hill. And in this clip, I'm using the ladder that I built to climb up and get a good machine gun spot. Next is Recon. The Recon's bolt action primer is similar to the Rifleman, except that this one has a scope and lacks a bayonet. Also, Recon has a unique ability to spot enemies by pressing F. The Recon's second slot is the Spade. And Recon's third tool is the Illumination Flare, which allows him to spot multiple enemies at once. Overall, I found that Recon is a weaker class than Rifleman, with the exception of spotting that is pretty useful. The Flamer is next. The Flamer's primary is the Flamethrower, and to be honest, most weapons kill faster and they can do it at longer ranges. The Flamer has the same pistol as the Engineer for secondary. So the Flamer's third slot is supposed to be a melee slot, but I don't have any clips of it because why would you ever use melee on a strictly close range class? Flamer, I would say, is a pretty bad class because they're super specific. They are good at killing enemies who are behind cover. They need plenty of cover themselves so they don't get shot while they're running towards the enemies. They're not good. Too specialized. Last but not least, Officer. The Officer's primer is a pistol. Sometimes it's a special revolver only for the Officer. Other times it's just the same pistol as the other classes, but it just does more damage. The Officer's secondary is the Saber, which is special only to the Officer. It is unable to dig trenches, but it's probably the best melee in the game. The Officer's most important tool is the binoculars. The binoculars allow him to place artillery, and artillery is often the only way to engage heavily defended areas. Every team needs at least one or two officers. Now, let's move on to some battles. The first battle is the Battle of the Sonso, and honestly with these mountains, it's kind of like Call of Duty campaign. Kind of like... We can't push up, there's too many on the hills. Someone take care of them.
I got you covered.
We're on the cliffs right now.
Alright, get up that rock. Don't use the guns, it'll draw the most attention. Execute. Alright, who fired?
It was the guy, not me.
Enemy has engaged.
Get back to friendly lines. Making our way there.
More trouble.
You only clear one side of the valley. Go up, clear the other mountain.
You've got to be kidding me.
I can't get a break.
I can't wait to climb another mountain.
Nice. Thanks.
So there wasn't any other squad on this mountain. You just had to pick us. You were the only ones nearby. Just do your job. When I get back, you're buying something real nice. Give me some, like Gucci. This mountain's steep.
Tango's down.
Alright, this time I'll let you waddle back to base. Alright, we're coming to you. Good luck, guys. Get back to friendly lines now! I like this map a lot. The mountain terrain is very unique to this game, and I love flanking around with it. It's just not very good for competitive play at all. Here, watch me clip this guy. Don't forget the Injurious Hammer can one-shot. This map's not good for competitive play, it's just too Stanley. Like, look how open this map is. This is probably the most open map in the game. I mean, just like watch the timers. This is 6 speed. I don't know if you noticed this, but I'm actually getting a lot of kills here because I'm a stellar player at this game. Probably like what, top 2, maybe top 1 on a good day. Let's be honest here. But yeah, I'm making a huge impact, big impact too. And as you see, we don't make any progress here. They gain their territory back, and there's nothing I can do, even though I of course am carrying the team right now, as you can see by this very clear footage. Also, on another note, like and subscribe. And if you notice, we actually started to gain the territory if you look at the top of our screen right here. But it's not going to equate to anything because we're going to get pushed back. Yep, there we go. Attack within the objective. I'm killing everyone I can, but I eventually die. And then you see I switch to engineer, use that strategy with the whole, you know, using the, whatever the frick called. Is those things, we're using those things to block the mountains so they can't get up. And if you notice, oh, look, it's dipping down, but guess what, it goes back up again. Skipping forward just a little bit. We are actually starting to capture the territory. Good, you know, all thanks to me, obviously. And this is actually the most fun part right here because we're actually in the foothills of the mountain, so I can start flanking around the mountain, killing people, which is where I got all those clips from earlier. You know, that high quality music video that I made. And this map was the Italy update, which Italy has introduced to the game with a bunch of new maps. And all these new maps have these trees, and they're really good because you can kind of camouflage in them, sort of like a certain war we fought in the 70s and 60s. Yeah, you see, we're actually starting to capture the territory. And just like the war in the 70s, I can see them, but they can't see me the way that the camera clip works. And I'm very helpful to my team right now. As you can see, I'm not even in the point, so I'm not even helping my team capture the point. I'm just kind of here in the trees right now, messing with these guys. I'm honestly just a team player right now. Look at me being a team player. They captured it completely independent of me. I'm just messing around right now. And I'd love to show you more. We got to wrap up. You've seen one mountain, you've seen them all. Let's move on to another map. Now we're playing at La Chatelle. This is an actual coordinated battle with a Roblox group. This is the first ever coordinated battle of Entrenched I've ever played, so let's wish me luck here. Alright, let me know in the comments below if you think professional gaming is the future for me. This was the first attack wave of many, and we tried our best, but we made no progress at all. Now on defense, we had to entrench ourselves on the right side of the map and repel all the waves of British soldiers. In this clip, you're seeing them using smoke grenades to cover their charge. It did not succeed. Hey, someone actually finally captured a point. We are currently 4-2 in capture points. The Central Powers ended up winning 4-2, and special thanks to the Austro-Hungarian Empire, that's the name of the Roblox group, for allowing me to do this. I thank you for watching this World War I documentary, and please like and subscribe for more amazing content, such as this.